Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into an 8K filing that is less about dramatic financial swings and more about a subtle but significant shift behind the scenes. Think of it as a corporate reshuffling that might make you scratch your head, but could have some interesting implications down the road. Before we jump in, if you love getting these kinds of plain English breakdowns of important corporate news, make sure you are subscribed. And if you want to chat about these filings or get more exclusive content, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. So what exactly is this filing about? It is a current report, which means something notable has happened recently with the Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust ETF. This isn't a quarterly earnings report with tons of numbers, but rather a notice of important events. The key date here is the 22nd of October 2025. We're talking about the Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust ETF, a way for investors to gain exposure to Ethereum. The big news in this report isn't about the trust performance in terms of asset value or trading volume, but rather a corporate reorganization happening at the sponsor level. This section explains a corporate shuffle involving the parent companies of the trust sponsor, Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC. Essentially, one company called GSO Intermediate Holdings Corporation transferred its ownership stakes and management control to a newly formed company called Grayscale Investments. Incorporated, think of it like shifting the management duties from one holding company to another within the same larger group, Digital Currency Group. What this means in simple terms is that Grayscale Investments Incorporated is now in charge of managing the sponsor of the trust. The same people who were on the board of directors of the old holding company are now on the board of the new one. So while the names and structures might be shifting around, the key individuals calling the shots appear to remain the same. And importantly, the report states that this reorganization is not expected to materially impact the operations of the trust itself. This is crucial for investors in the ETF, as it suggests business as usual from their perspective. Now, let's touch on the actual ETF share. The filing confirms that the Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust ETF shares are traded under the ticker symbol ETH on NYSE Arca. Incorporated, this is just a standard confirmation of its listing and trading details. The filing also indicates that this is an emerging growth company. This designation allows companies to take advantage of certain relaxed regulatory requirements, particularly regarding financial reporting. For a period of time, it means they might not have to adhere to all the same accounting standards or disclosure rules as more established companies. There is no formal name or former address mentioned that has changed since the last report. This just means there haven't been any public-facing identity shifts like a name change or a move to a new main office that they needed to report. This section shows the authorized signatory for the filing. It is Edward McGee, who is signing as Chief Financial Officer of Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC. The asterisk clarifies that he is signing in his capacity as an authorized officer of the sponsor, not directly for the trust itself. This is standard procedure for these types of reports. So what is the big takeaway here then? This 8K filing primarily communicates an internal corporate restructuring. The Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust itself isn't undergoing changes that directly affect its investment strategy or day-to-day operations. Instead, the changes are happening at the corporate level of Grayscale Investments. This kind of reorganization often happens for efficiency, to streamline operations, or to better position the company for future growth or potential sales. While there are no direct financial tables or performance metrics to dissect in this specific filing, the story here is about organizational structure. The key point is that the underlying structure of the sponsor entity has been reorganized, but the report reassures investors that this should not impact the trust's operations. Looking at the broader context, Grayscale has been a significant player in the digital asset management space. This internal shift might be part of a larger strategy to consolidate entities or prepare for anticipated market developments in the cryptocurrency ETF landscape. The fact that Digital Currency Group Inc. is the ultimate parent behind all these entities means that this reorganization is happening within a larger established framework. Now, looking at these results more broadly, Grayscale as a sponsor appears to be solidifying its internal structure. The strength here lies in the reassurance that operations are not expected to be disrupted, which is paramount for investor confidence in an ETF. The main weakness, if you could call it that, is that the filing itself doesn't offer much in terms of financial performance for the trust. It is purely an operational update. A notable risk or opportunity here could be how this new structure positions Grayscale for future product launches or integrations. It could streamline decision making them more agile in a rapidly evolving crypto market. In conclusion, this K-filing is less about the Grayscale Ethereum mini trust performance and more about the back-end corporate plumbing. It is a notification of a structural change at the sponsor level, intended to be smooth and seamless from an investor's viewpoint. They've essentially tidied up their corporate house. Alright, that is our breakdown of this 8 K-filing. What is your take on this corporate reorganization? Does it make you feel more or less confident about the Grayscale Ethereum mini trust? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. And don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more engaging conversations. Thanks for watching. See you next time.